Today, more than ever, people are exhausted, not just physically exhausted, but mentally overwhelmed, emotionally burdened, spiritually disconnected, and overwhelmed by a world that does not allow us to slow down. And many of us are still longing for real presence, meaningful connection, and spaces where we can simply be ourselves, be comfortable with ourselves, connected with ourselves, and be with others. Feel safe with ourselves and safe with others. My name is Donna Marie, and welcome to the Sacred Moments podcast, space where we normalize conversations around mortality, grief, love legacy, and end of life planning. I call these whole life conversations. Today, I want to share with you a clip from a conversation with Dr. Alessandra. She's a wellness practitioner and founder of the Sacred Rest Spot. She's located in Waldorf, Maryland, and she and I joined together to talk about the 7 types of rest. But this conversation, as I review the recording, I noticed so many themes that I just had to break it up and share them with you bit by bit. I hope that they're beneficial to you. They are beneficial to me. I then learned that May is the month of transition, the bridge between spring and summer. And I don't know about you, but winter was a very long winter, and I'm ready for this transition. This month of transition reminds us of blooming, becoming, change, preparation, and movement into what is next. Aren't you ready for what's next? In this clip, we begin with transition because life is full of them. Some transitions are chosen, some unexpected, and some feel like closed doors. Some break us open, and some lead us back to ourselves. And you know what? I think all transitions lead us back home to ourselves. But if we're not safe with ourselves, if we're not connected to ourselves, that returning back home to ourselves is very difficult as we transition. And every transition in life is preparing us for that final transition. So transitions are sacred. May we embrace them. May we allow them to lead us back home to ourselves. May we find home a comforting place. So I want to invite you to listen with your whole self, your whole heart, and ask yourself, what transition are you in right now? And what is it trying to teach you about how to live, how to rest, and how to become? Not just become for yourself, but how do you become for others in this world? I believe that we live our best life by embracing our whole life. And all of this, death and life, it's all connected. Anything you learn about death, you can apply to your life. And anything you learn about life, you can apply to your end of life. There is no separation. It's just one big continuum. Our discussion today is on not just rest, but I want to highlight the work that you're doing, and also offer the audience some ways to understand what rest is. It's not just getting some sleep. Rest is so restorative. And so looking forward to our discussion and would like to start with you just telling everyone a bit about yourself.
Sure. How far back do we want to go?
Girl, wherever the spirit leads you, bring it. It's
so,
your storytelling time.
I am Alessandra. I am born to Damaris and Ronald Thompson. And I was born in Selma, Alabama. I was conceived in Italy. Eventually, we made our way to the DMV. So I grew up in Prince George's County. After high school, I went to Xavier University of Louisiana. So in some ways, I returned to my southern roots, where I thought I was going to study to become a doctor. And after my first year, when I came home, I had the great opportunity to work in pharmacy with my dad. And there was an amazing young black woman pharmacist who, before I left, she was like, tell me more about you wanting to become a doctor. I enjoyed science, I enjoyed math, so it didn't feel like, an insurmountable task for me. It was just what I was going to do, and, it felt right to me. And she asked me about why I wanted to become a doctor. I don't remember what I said. And she said, you can do all of those things and be a pharmacist. Went back to school, changed my major at just the right time so I didn't add any length to my education. And I went into pharmacy school. I thought that what I was going to do was I would work in a clinic doing high blood pressure, cholesterol management, diabetes management. And at that time that I graduated, residency for pharmacists was really becoming a thing. And so I applied to do a residency in Kansas City, Missouri, and I did not match. And I was devastated, absolutely devastated. That was my first big no or rejection or closed door that I can remember. And I just remember crying for like a couple of weeks and feeling embarrassed because all of my friends were doing residency and I thought I was the only one who did not. Needless to say, I returned home and I was working for Giant, and I received, this is back in the day when we still got mail, a piece of mail from the University of Maryland that indicated that they had a position open for palliative care residency. Didn't have a clue what palliative care was, but I was like, this will get me out of retail. Went, interviewed, learned more about it, said, great, I'll do it. And it was a pivotal moment in my life. I became immersed in the world of end of life care. And um, when I look back on it, I realized that that closed door was a necessary closed door in order for me to find this path because I never would have chosen it on my own. I think that it was a necessary thing because prior to that, I was afraid of death, like just absolutely terrified of it. But I also have memories of writing about death. And so I entered into this world where I found my footing. I found my place. Like that was my ministry to do that work,
Yeah.
to support doctors and nurses, to care for persons who were terminally ill and to support them as they were supporting their families as well. And so that work has always been in my heart. And it opened many doors for me. And when I say many doors, doors that helped me better understand myself, helped me to connect with people, and I would also say help transform my relationship and understanding God in ways that I never would have
Mm.
without working in this space of, I don't even really like to say death and dying, but life transition.
I love that you flipped the script there because it's one continuum. People don't understand that life and death are not separate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a transition. It's part of the continuum. And we are going through so many transitions in life. Each transition to me
Mm-hmm.
and how you navigate that transition prepares you for the final transition.